Hey, Yankees fans, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. If you love the Yankees but you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. We're on the road here to 22,000 subscribers, so if you can help us get there, that would be an absolute blessing. So, this is not my favorite kind of video to make, but I have no choice. I have to talk about it. And Jazz Chisholm Jr. has been placed on the 10-day IL. This is retroactive from April 30th. But Chisholm hurt his oblique the other day, and at first he thought no issue, he's fine. Well, the Yankees thought otherwise. Jazz Chisholm Jr. this season for the Yankees, his batting average leaves a little bit to be desired, but the power is there and the defense over there at second base is there. We haven't had that kind of defense over there at second for quite some time. His outs above average over there is a 3. He's got a strong arm. Jazz is having a really good year over there at second. Last year when he was our third baseman for like 400 innings, he had an outs above average of a 6. Very good. So an excellent defender, a good offensive player. I think he could be a 30-30 guy for sure. Just right now his average is low, but now he's dealing with an oblique injury and he's going to be out for maybe a week. We'll see what happens. It just stinks when a guy like this is playing a good second base, showing you some pop, hit 7 home runs in the month of April, and then gets shelved and goes on the IL. It's unfortunate, but Jazz, I think he'll be back pretty soon, and this should not put him out all that long. However, they had to make a corresponding move. They recalled BBOS, and yes, that's how you pronounce his name. My goodness, the last time we talked about this boy, some people were like, it's Vivas, not Bebas. It's, guys, look at the pronunciation on Baseball Reference. Listen to some of his home run calls down there in AAA.
As Bebas clubs it.
It's Bebas. Now, if he tells, if your beat tells me that I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But until he tells me I'm wrong, I'm not wrong, I'm right. So anyway, BBOS down there in AAA. Listen, he's playing well. 319 batting average, 862 OPS, 2 home runs, 15 RBI. Does this mean that he's going to get playing time up here for this over this next week? He could. He's playing well, and maybe he even should. But I could also see the Yankees trying to see what they have in Peraza even more. Peraza gets inconsistent at-bats. He truly does. And I'm not trying to make any excuse for him, but he's an excellent defender. He would be very good in Jazz's absence over there at second base. So if you give Peraza more time up there at the plate, maybe he could string something together. But I think in Bebos's case, he might play a little bit over the next week. And it depends on if this Chisholm injury is a little more serious than he's letting on. Maybe Bebos stays on this roster a little longer than just a week. But they had to make a corresponding move with Jazz going on the IL. And Bebos, baby, the 24-year-old left-handed hitter.
As Bebos clubs it.
Plays second base, shortstop, third base, left field, apparently. 24 years old, hitting 319, rather, so far this season with an 862 OPS. 426 on base percentage. Also, too, kind of cool. He doesn't really strike out either. So he's going to put the ball in play. He doesn't really strike out all that much. He has 8 strikeouts so far this season in 116 plate appearances. That's very good. Very good for your beat. So we'll see what ends up happening with him. We'll see how long Jazz will be out for. But let's talk about some good stuff. Okay, it doesn't all have to be all doom and gloom. We could have a nice time here and talk about some good news in Yankee land. I want to start off with Spencer Jones. Spencer Jones, last year, had a rough start to his season. It was pretty bad. This year is much, much different. Now, he's hitting 235, 36 strikeouts. He needs to cut that down. He does, I agree. Once upon a time, Aaron Judge struck out a ton. He did cut that down. So it might take time for Spencer Jones to cut that down, but this year Jones is having a nice start. 8 home runs, 14 RBI, 6 stolen bases, hitting .235 with a .928 OPS. Spencer Jones, in my opinion, I think he's going to be very good. Just strikes out a lot, but he's going to be very good. He's going to be a 30, 35, maybe even 40 home run kind of guy, but I think putting that on a prospect is a little unreasonable. Let's just wait, relax, see what he does up here, especially for him, considering that his career high in home runs down there in the minor leagues is what, 17, which he hit last year. So calling him a 40 home run hitter, listen, he might have that kind of potential, but let's just relax. His career high down there in the minors in 124 games, 17 home runs. I really do think he does have power, and he will use Yankee Stadium to his advantage. But nice start to his season. Really love to see it. 8 home runs, showing some pop. It's much better. It's a much better start than what he did last year to start his season. Now, I wonder, this is a good situation to be in. If Spencer Jones maintains these numbers and he ends the year with 35 home runs down there in the minor leagues, I mean, he could. Eventually, he'll get the call to AAA if he's having that kind of a season. But in total, he could end the year with 35, maybe even 40. If you're the Yankees next year and you have a chance to go get Kyle Tucker, do you just forego that? And you say, hey, Spencer Jones hit 30-something home runs, a 900 OPS, plays a really good center field. We're going to go with him rather than Kyle Tucker. Or do you go with the more sure thing and you go and try to sign Kyle Tucker? Now, I know it's been speculated that, hey, Spencer Jones could work out over there at first base. He's a big boy. Maybe he could. But at the same time, guys, he's playing center field down there. He did all last year in Somerset. He's doing so this year. Didn't play a game at first base last year. Now, I don't think he's played a game at first base this year. So what's with all this first base talk? I'm not sure. If he is your future first baseman, why didn't they make him a first baseman now, especially being down there in AA? I think if that was their vision for him, they would have done so. I don't think that's their vision for him. I think their vision is very clear for Spencer Jones. They see him as a future center fielder. That's why Dominguez is out there in left. So he has the full year to learn left field, and that spot opens up next year for Spencer Jones. We'll see what ends up happening. I'm curious to see what the Yankees are going to end up doing. But there's another player who I want to highlight, a center fielder, Everson Pereira. Now, Pereira missed all last season. Pretty much. He played in 40 games, but he missed most of last year. He hit like 10 home runs, like a 270 average. He played well. He's a good outfielder, too. So far this season, in his last 12 games, Everson Pereira, 5 home runs, 10 RBI, hitting .283 with a .365 on base, .630 slugging with a .996 OPS. Now, some of you might be thinking, why haven't the Yankees promoted Everson Pereira? Why hasn't he been called up? Well, I'm going to tell you why. I believe Everson has one option, and the Yankees don't want to use that option yet. So they're keeping him down there, leaving him down there, because maybe once when they promote him, that's it. He has to stay up. Maybe I'm misunderstanding that, but I think it's because of the option, because he only has one more left. So that's my opinion as to why Everson hasn't been called up just yet. We'll see what happens, though, because he's having a good year. And if there's an injury, we all know how that works out. If there's an injury, if someone goes on the IL, Jazz just went on the IL. Cody Bellinger, maybe something happens to him. I mean, I hope not, but I'm just saying. Maybe Everson, he gets some playing time, but so far to start his season, he's playing well. Spencer Jones, so far to start his season, he's playing well. So I'll leave you guys with this. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope Jazz is doing fine. Hopefully he'll be back very soon, maybe next week. We'll see what happens, though. I'll keep you guys posted on that. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Joe, and until next time, signing out.